My name is Alan Cox. Thanks for being here. Say hi to Bill Squire, who's here too.
Hey, creepy. Am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay.
Yeah,
my volume was down. All right. Creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to and maybe watching this episode.
Now I see levels. I see your levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's interesting.
Yep.
And we'll figure it out.
Yep. Let me do this. Nope. Okay. Hey, there's Mary Santora. She's right over there.
Hi, guys.
And
some babies, you might have a baby.
There might be babies. We're getting aux audio, but nothing from the, I don't know.
All right. Well, it's got audio, so that's...
Yeah, we got some. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Poundcake's back in Studio G. Anyone?
Yeah.
If you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you. It's 216-578-1007. Or 800-348-1007. You know, at Oak Tree, the old studio, as long as I'd been there, and I'm sure it predated me by years too, there was a piece of paper taped to the board that had the phone numbers on it. But I say them so frequently for so many years, I don't need the piece of paper. But every so often, I will forget, and I'll look, and there's no piece of paper anymore because I shouldn't need that. Mm-hmm. It's just by rote memory. But every so often, I'll have a brain fart, and I'll forget the phone numbers. Who cares, right? You know them. You can use them. They should be in your phone. You can text 35192. You can watch at alancoxshow.com. What I've started to do, and every time I do it, I stumble across something interesting. My pre-show constitutional. Now that we're downtown here in Cleveland, a little bit before the show every day, I like to just do a big lap around the block, see what's going on, get out among the people. You know how this goes. People go, hey, oh, Captain Fun. And then I kind of give them the...
No one says that.
Why are you...
Because no one has ever said that. Not one time.
Why are you out of hand dismissing my experience, Mary?
Record it next time.
I'm not a guy that's filming everything around me. I'm in the moment, man.
Prove it.
I'm in the moment. Anyway, so I'm walking around pre-show. You know that walkway between Prospect, our street side studio is here in Euclid, but obviously you can walk through the building and you end up back there on Prospect. And there's that kind of between the back doors here in East 4th, there's that walkway people use between Prospect and the Romo Fijo. Mm-hmm. Have you been back there?
Sure.
Have you been back there today?
No.
It's lined with tents. Kids are camping out because tomorrow night is the 21 Pilots show at the Romo Fijo. So that whole walkway is lined with tents.
But why camp out?
I have so many questions. That was my first one, is why camp out? I assume maybe it's GA?
Well, I think they have a GA pit.
Right. So the 21 Pilots is a young audience.
Yeah.
So they want to get up front. So they're camping out. Okay, whatever, fine. My other question is, what do you do with your tent once the doors open?
Leave it there.
You have your mom come pick it up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be mom coming. Hey, Mom, can you come downtown Cleveland?
Collect my tent.
At rush hour. And yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Poundcake, turn your camera a little towards you.
It's like a tent city.
I had to reschedule my podcast because of that concert, because I knew there's a Guardians game and
21 Pilots uses the same Wi-Fi as us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just gonna be so crazy parking and stuff down here. I'm like, we'll just do it on Wednesday.
It was so not on my radar that I had to Google Romo Fijo.
Yeah.
Tonight. I Googled tonight.
Not even.
No, because Friday when we left, it was bananas down here. But there was another radio station doing like their big arena show, like SummerSlam or something at Romo Fijo. So everybody was coming down here for that. But I was like, what are all the kids in the tents? 21 Pilots.
My sister's going to that show tomorrow. It's like one of her favorite bands.
Is she camping out?
She's not camping out, but I am watching her children.
Is your sister 15 years old by any chance?
She's 29.
Oh, anywho.
So almost.
Almost.
I saw them a few years ago with my son, and they put on a great show.
Were they at House of Blues?
This was at Wolstein
okay.
when I saw them.
I feel like she saw them a few years ago.
I give them they're from Columbus, right? They're originally a Columbus band, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I give them props because they were doing this thing for a while. I don't know how many cities they did it in, but I know they did it at home in Chicago because I had a couple friends that went, where they would do like a club They did 4 or 5 nights of venues, but each night the venue would get progressively bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
obviously it had to be in a city with
Yeah.
a lot of venues
I
that
think
size.
they did that here too.
I mean, we don't have a lot of mid-sized venues. Maybe they
Well,
did like 2 or 3
I
nights.
think
here.
they
Yeah.
went. I think they went Grog Shop, House of Blues.
There you go.
And then
Romo
Romo
Fijo,
Fijo.
yeah.
That's cool.
Because in cities with a lot of venues, boy, they were doing like a tiny club and then a little bigger club and then,
Yeah.
the football stadium or whatever.
That's
So good for them. It just wasn't on my radar at all. Had no idea what all the tents were. Because I'm like, downtown Cleveland, I mean, I'm unless I'm missing something. Downtown Cleveland, you don't have like your tent cities.
No.
Some cities you go, they got tent cities, boy. L.A., San Francisco. These are, this is all very widely known and criticized and whatever. But I haven't seen that here. So I was like, oh, maybe Cleveland's catching up. Cleveland's trying to get on these lists of top things. You want to get a tent city. If you got a city with homeless people in it, and every city's got homeless people, you don't have to be a big city to have homeless people. Ann Arbor, Michigan's got homeless people.
Oh, God. The problem in Berea is out of control.
I'll tell you, Berea has homeless people.
Ugh.
Oh, they're homeless until they get out of their car, walk into the garage, and they're back in their home again, and they're fine. Then they're housed. They are unhoused when they're outside, and they're housed when they walk in. But yeah, so those kids are camping out now, and the path is lined with tents. Not just a couple like early comers or whatever, lined with tents. If you were to walk out on Prospect through the back of our building here, where Fitworks is, if you were to walk out there on Prospect, just that walkway that connects Prospect to the Romo Fijo, you go past the parking garage, you'll see it because it's all tents.
It's like across the street from Barrio, basically.
Yes. It's
I don't
open
think
air.
Yeah,
So-
it's not arched.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Slick little rhyme.
Slick little,
Mhm.
ga-ga-ga-da is my slick little rhyme, slick little rhyme. Yeah, so anyway, maybe you got a kid going to the show. Maybe you are going to the show. Maybe you're in a tent and listening to this. I got to know what's going on. I got to know what happens to the tent. And again, I haven't seen people camp out in a long time. I didn't even know this happened anymore. When we were back in the day, you'd camp out for tickets.
Are they
You
giving
camp out for
away
tickets.
something? Like the first 1,000 people through the door get a T-shirt or
I
something?
don't know
I don't
anything
think
about
so.
it.
I think it's
I think
literally
they
just people
want to
wanting
get
to be
up
front
to the
row.
stage. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
God, I'm so glad I'm past GA. Like, there's one thing I hit probably, honestly, when I got sober, where I was like, I can afford seats, and I
But
am
this
not
is-
going to do GA anymore.
But GA that's what they want. Because
I know
it's
that.
a pit. Like
I
it's-
wanted that at a point in my life,
Right,
too, where I
like-
wanted to be in the crowd and being pushed around and
Yeah.
singing and sweaty. And, man, I'm just so much happier. Give me a seat, a box if I want to splurge, but a nice little seat with a drink holder and access to a bathroom.
That's what I do now.
Mary's not
every
really
show I see at the Agora now, I automatically get the box.
That's what I mean.
I
It's
buy a
just-
box.
I,
A couple of friends there.
Yeah.
It's just fun. Great vantage point.
Really,
Correct.
really just not people of the people anymore. You
I
two.
am a people of the people. I'm just
No,
getting
you-
older.
My
You're
thought
just-
is-
you're first class Mary.
Oh, God.
Driving around in your paid off car, and you don't want to be touching
The
the
plebes.
general
You're right.
emission.
You know what? You're right.
people.
I forgot
Yeah.
that I was first class mayor.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are. What I'm saying is, I consider it like I'm freeing up more pit tickets
Yeah.
for people who really, really want them.
Yes.
Why should I take those just to be,
Annoyed.
So
instead.
anyway, it's 21 Pilots. I guess the big show is tomorrow night at the Roma Fijo, and there are a lot of kids out camping. But I want to know what happens with the tents. Who takes the tents? You're not carrying a tent in, and I know tents can really pack down into a little shoulder bag these
Maybe
days.
that's the GA.
That's not what these look like.
There's no pit. It is a tent city. You have to bring your own tent in order to get a GA ticket.
BYOT for the 21PP.
Yeah.
All right, I got a break. If you'd like to text for something, 35192 to do that, AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch there, and we'll be back.